Scrappy Peep, Suzanna here today for Simple Stories to share with you this layout created using the Life Captured collection. This is a new collection from Simple Stories, and you can see I have pulled two of the chipboard frames as well as some of the patterned papers. I am not in love with this trimmer. I am having a really hard time. I think I've used it so much that the blade's not sharp, the cutting edge is not sharp, and I keep missing, I think the measurements are slightly off. So I was trimming it with my scissors. So I know I want to use this pink ledger paper as my background, but I feel like I have a lot of contrast because the photos are very dark, and so I'm going to frame that with that green grid. It's like a math grid that's on a diagonal, and I just feel like that pulls a little bit more darkness and contrast into the layout itself. So what I want to do is I want to use those two chipboard frames that you saw earlier, and they are going to frame my photos and create a desk scene. So the floral piece there is going to serve as the desk that all of the bits and pieces of the desk are going to sit nestled on. So these pictures are of my husband. He is working from home because this photo is from, I wrote the date, May 2021. So we had been doing COVID work from home for a year now, and these are pictures that I had of him still working from home that I hadn't scrapbooked, and so I thought this collection was absolutely perfect for that. So I love the Simple Stories chipboard frames because they do all the hard work for you, right? There's so many layers there already that I really don't have to put a whole lot more on this if I don't want to. I find that the chipboard frames are best adhered with double-sided tape. So this is double-sided tape from Thermo Web. This is Gina K Thermo Web, and you don't have to use scissors. You can just tear it, which is lovely. And it also comes up, it holds really well, but if you want to get things underneath it, it also comes up fairly well. So I'm actually layering the chipboard frames here. So there's a ton of dimension on this layout because the right-hand side of the frame is going to be overlapping the left-hand side of the bigger frame. I am going to just use a thin strip of tape, or that was my intent, was to use a thin strip. But see, right there, I forgot that that was what I wanted to do, and so I will just end up pulling it off and then sticking it right back and then sticking it right on top for that layer. Now you can see that that larger picture is not as large as the frame, but I have a white border around it, and I actually like that it doesn't fit in there perfectly. Again, it provides a little bit of lightness to the dark depth of the photos there. I didn't have to have both photos, but I liked that that second photo had a door in it, and it was my husband almost sitting in the exact same position that he's sitting in the larger photo, but you can see him through the door, and so sort of more of the close-up scene and the far away scene there. So you can see the desk scene that is created by the frames themselves. You've got the pencil box, you've got the plants, and the eraser. And so I am just going to further develop that scene and put more desk elements down. So you can see I put the stacked books to the left of the succulent there. I just stuck the glasses down. I have this lamp. So these are all from the bits and pieces. And I will add in a few more layers. Not that they're really necessary, but I will add in a few more layers. You can also see the little bird sitting at the top left of the frame there. And I love that it sort of, again, it's got dark in it, it's got the black, and so it helps provide contrast so I don't have these really light objects followed by these really dark objects. It's sort of a blending to tie the photo into the lighter papers that I have chosen to use. So those are all of the bits and pieces. Now I want to have something up the top for some journaling. I could just stick the title and journal directly onto the page, but I feel like with the framed out chipboard frames, I almost need to finish off the square that I have created in many ways. So you can see that I've used that documented 4x6 pocket card. So what I love about this collection, this life captured collection, is a lot like the Hello Today collection from Simple Stories from 2020. So you have your pattern paper is the B side really, and then the A side, or it just, I guess it depends, right? The other side is full of 3x4 and 4x6 pocket cards. So these are great for if you are a pocket scrapper, but they're also great if you're not a pocket scrapper. A lot of my work, I like to integrate pocket cards into my scrapbooking. And so here I am integrating a 4x6 in order to give myself somewhere to journal, knowing that the title is going to go to the right hand side of that. And that's coming up. So this is the foundation of my layout, and I have done some embellishing down the bottom already, but I want to put a little bit more in this. I love these giant speech bubbles, or not all of them are speech bubbles, but they have that speech bubble look to them that are in the foam stickers. And I would really like to incorporate one of those into it. And then you know me. Yeah, these sticker books, they're my favorite. So many options. And there's labels. And I'm all about the labels. So I'm putting in a few other word phrases here. The one to the left says this day. And then the word phrases that are already on that right frame say little details, and so I put the real life sticker in between so that it reads little real life details. And I wanted another shot of sort of that pinky red. So you can see I've got the stapler, I've got the plant holder that's nestled on the right in the center of both of those frames. And so I felt like I needed another shot of pink up the top again for that contrast of color. So I really loved this yay sticker. And it's sort of a sarcastic yay, because yay, I'm still working from home, kind of dot, dot, dot. And I could take some of my Nouveau drops. That would be fun, right? And put dot, dot, dot underneath the yay, because there's not a lot of room to the right, but that would be almost a fun way of capturing the sarcasm of that. So I am sprinkling in some of the chipboard stickers. And because I have so much texture down the bottom there, I need to put foam so that it can so that they don't fall downhill off of the raised frames. And that cup there added that little shot of that yellow green that is already in the frame that I felt needed a little bit of something else in there. So that's why I put the cup in. So now I am going to lift all of this because I feel like with the flowers, it's super, super busy and I don't have something solid that acts as the desktop per se, as something that grounds all of those things that just feel like they're floating in there. I kind of regret using the floral paper, but I feel like with this brown polka dot, the random dot there, that it gives it a grounded substance. And so now you've got all of the elements that are actually sitting on the desk as opposed to just kind of floating higgledy-piggledy like they're out in space. So that was the purpose of that brown. It's not super noticeable, and that's perfect but it is a grounding element. So here I have two different types of sort of a melony color, and I decide to go with the darker one from the Color Vibe foam stickers, and I'm literally going to put WFH for work from home. I am off camera going to add another chipboard piece, and you'll see in the close-ups what I've done just for a little bit more grounding of that title there, and just to tie in just a shot more black. There you go. You can see the bulldog clip to the left there, and then that little chipboard piece. So that is me using the new Life Captured collection from Simple Stories, a super awesome collection. If you have any questions about the collection, please please don't hesitate to ask, or anything that I've done as far as design principles of designing goes. Thanks for stopping in today. I hope you're doing well. Come back again soon. Take care.